And welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX. I'm Bill, AJ8B. I hope you've been tuning around the bands this past week. It won't be long until sunspots start to decline, and you will long for the days of openings like we've been having now. Also, stay tuned next week for an announcement about a way you can learn some tips and tricks for finding and logging great DX. Each week, I try to focus on those entities that will be available in the next 7 days. There's so much data to sift through that I thought a focus on the next week might be helpful. Here's what you should find QRV when you tune the bands. The following information is from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, just do what several other listeners have done. Shoot me a note at thedxmentor@gmail.com and I'll get you fixed up. Well, first, we have a lot of activity coming up in Uganda, 5 X-ray. Here's the information. SM0HPL Anders will go back to Nyala just outside of Kampala soon and operate as 5 X-ray 7 whiskey if he can get his license. He's been trying to get through the country's new online application system. Besides day-to-day operations, Anders will make a serious attempt in the CQ Worldwide DX context, CW as a single operator, all-band, QRP effort. His activity will be on 80 through 10 meter CW, FT4 and FT8 through December 8th. QSOs will be uploaded to ClubLog and LOTW, and you can QSL his operation via M0 Oscar X-ray Oscar. Don, G3XTT, will return to Uganda for the CQ Worldwide DX contest, also, having had to cut his trip short last year for a domestic emergency. He will be entering the contest as 5 X-ray 1 Delta Fox, single operator, single band, which will be 40 meters, high power. And you can QSL G3XTT's operation via his call or ClubLog. And finally, G3XAQ Allen will again be on as 5 X-ray 1 X-ray Alpha from Barenga near Kampala, November 17th through December 3rd. Mostly CW with perhaps some FT8, he says. He will be on in the CQ Worldwide DX contest, CW, probably single band, 15 meters. QSL direct only to Golf 3, Sierra Whiskey Hotel, or use LOTW. So you have at least 2 entries in the CQ Worldwide DXCW that's coming up that are single band, 40 and 15. So check your needs, and if you need them, get those guys in the log. We have information on a rare IOTA DXpedition to Playa Blanca, which is SAO84, and the call sign is Hotel Kilo 4 stroke Papa Yankee 8 Whiskey Whiskey. Renato has mounted an IOTA DXpedition to Playa Blanco, which is part of Colombia's Choco Department South Group. He had requested the call sign 5 Juliet 4 Whiskey, but his request was denied, so he's using the Hotel Kilo 4 stroke Papa Yankee 8 Whiskey Whiskey instead. Renato is QRV, quote, with good openings for the U.S. and Europe on 15 meters, even with low power, end quote. He's operating 80 through 10 meter CW, sideband, and digital modes. And this is another example of, even if you're not into IOTA right now, when you hear one that comes on that's particularly rare, it might be worth working it just to get it in the log, and someday when you actually start chasing IOTA, you'll be glad you did. So here's some details on a DXpedition to Cambodia that should be QRV by now. The X-Ray United 7 Romeo Romeo Charlie IOTA DXpedition is QRV until December 3rd and is proceeding as planned with updates to be provided to the DX community via their website. Wikipedia describes Koh Ta Kiev as, quote, the biggest of a small group of Cambodian islands situated 4 kilometers off Otres Beach in Sihanoukville City as 1 kilometer off the coast of Ream National Park, end quote. So there's another one. Get them in the log. And then we have Benin, Tango Yankee. Red, Delta Lima 1 Bravo Unifor Golf, plans to be in Cotonou, where he will operate as TY5 Fox Radio. He will utilize an IC7300 transceiver and a CJ3000 auto tuner, running 100 watts into either a 40-meter wire or a G5 RV antenna. He is QRV using CW and sideband across 80 to 10 meters until December 7th. This period includes participation in the CQ Worldwide DX CW contest, as a single operator, all band, low power entry. All QSOs will be uploaded to ClubLog. QSLs may be sent direct or via the Bureau to Delta Lima 1 Bravo Uniform Golf. Zulu Delta 7 St. Helena. G3AB, also known as 5 Zulu 4 Victor Juliet, Andy, will be departing Johannesburg, South Africa on Friday, November 21st, headed to St. Helena Island. So hopefully by the time you hear this, he's on his way. He'll be there and active as Zulu Delta 7 Victor Juliet from November 22nd to December 7th, including the CQ Worldwide DXCW contest. Then we have an update from the Chatham Islands, which is ZL7. Holger, ZL3I, is returning to the Chatham Islands and will be operating as ZL7IO. He plans to participate in the CQ Worldwide DXCW contest as a single operator, all band, utilizing a newly installed solar system with increased capacity. His stay is scheduled from November 24th until December 4th. And we have an update from Burundi, 9 Uniform 1 Radio Uniform. And this is from Tuesday, November 18th. Quote, our latest club log upload puts us at just over 165,000 QSOs with 2 days remaining in our operation. We are hoping these last 2 days we can reach 175,000 before we QRT. Isn't that amazing? 175,000 QSOs. For our next 2 nights, we will be focusing on low bands, operating FT8 on 160 and 80 on the normal frequencies. On the 17th, we had a problem throughout the day with loss of commercial power and have already experienced this again this morning. We have lost power for a brief time. As a reminder, if we suddenly disappear on phone and CW, it is likely that we have lost our electrical power. QRX, and we may be back soon, or we may be back later, but continue to stand by. The 8 remaining team members are all doing well. The staff here at our Hotel QTH treated us well, but we are all anxious to get back home in the next few days. Again, thanks to the DX community for your support and for all the contacts. 7-3, and that's from 9 Uniform 1 Radio Uniform, the DXpedition team. The DX Mentor features a new YouTube episode this weekend, a discussion with young op Pia DL7PIA. Pia is one of the youngest hands to win the CQ Marathon contest in Europe in 2024. She is also an accomplished contester, POTA operator, violinist, pianist. You get the idea. Check it out and let me know what you think. Not to be confused, 2 weeks ago, the podcast version dropped. This is the YouTube version. If you want to follow all of the latest DX podcasts and YouTube releases, you should check out the DX Mentor Facebook page and subscribe to be kept up to date on all of the DX activities. So here's a quick contest update, and you've heard so much about it already in the last 8 or 9 minutes. CQWWCW. At the end of the month, you will be able to participate in the CQ Worldwide CW contest sponsored by CQ. The dates are the 25th and 26th of November. Details can be found at www.cqww.com. This is my favorite contest and by far the one I'm most active in. I hope to work you in this contest. Until next week, this is Bill, AJ8B, saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.